So I was going to write this all down to make it perfect, get everything out that I wanted to say, and just think about it and just get it down just exactly right. And then I realized I would be writing about my anxiety for the rest of my life because it just wouldn't be the right way I wanted to, or I'd change it and change it and change it, and I would never get it out. And it'd just be frustrating and it'd cause me anxiety. And I'm sorry, my face is, I know, I just need to tell everybody the obvious. My face is all inflamed and stuff because I've been picking at it because it's just a nervous habit. And so, this is why I have anxiety. I could blame it on a rough childhood because my childhood wasn't perfect, but it wasn't as bad as some that I've known. Um, I mean, there was a lot of stressful things going on in my childhood. I could blame it on my teenagehood. You know, it was just a hard, confusing time. I could blame it on my young adulthood where I got engaged young and the guy I was engaged to was abusive emotionally and physically and sexually, and I could I could blame it on a lot of things. But to be perfectly honest, I let the fear control me. I let situations, I let feelings and just pure fear of failure or disappointment to others, or um, I always put others in front of me, ahead of me, always, always. I was always concerned about other people's feelings. I never took in consideration my feelings. And I just, I wasn't good to myself. I ignored my own feelings and thought, I don't deserve to have feelings. I somehow convinced myself that I was a second class citizen always. Like, that's all I ever deserved. I deserved actually less than second hand citizenship, but, I'm lucky to have that. I made it, in my mind, a set of rules that I had to adhere to, and the rules always changed, and it was always, like, play by the seat of my pants, and, like, just somehow in my head, I just made up this little world where I was a victim and I was trapped. And I know this probably sounds completely crazy, but I've been trapped by my anxiety all my life. I've been trapped by the fear of everything that I could imagine to be afraid of, and things that normal people aren't ever afraid of. I'm just I have been trapped in this, like, these four walls inside of my head because I never learned the tools to live in this life, like just to accept failure or to accept letdown. I never I never let myself have feelings. Like, if something bad happened, I would express a little bit of feeling but then bottle all up inside, and then it would just get tighter and tighter and tighter into that bottle, and then all of a sudden I'm in a full-blown panic attack because I never let myself experience those feelings of remorse or happy or, sad or scared, because I didn't want other people to know that I had feelings. I don't know, it's just crazy. It's like trying to explain what salt tastes like. Try to do that. That's how it's hard to explain. That's how hard it is to explain my anxiety, and I'm trying the best I can, and I might not even be getting to I'm not even letting you guys understand this, and I'm getting confused myself because I'm trying to, like, tell you one thing, but then it leads into like six other different things, and I try to tell you those six other different things that lead into 12 other different things, and it's insane. This is the main fact. I let fear control my life for 24 years. I have always been afraid of everything. And that fear just grew and became this nasty, like, crust over my whole life. And it's just this thick, suffocating crust. And inside that little crust is the tiny willpower of my happy little self, little part of me that's actually happy all the time. And that light has never gone out. It's gotten dim, it's gotten almost put out, but it's never all the way out. And for some reason, after having my son, after experiencing the birth that I did, and realizing that death is around the corner, like, it can happen. You can be going from completely fine to on your deathbed or dead within seconds. And that kind of dawned on me. Just like, I've been living my life in fear, and I'm going to regret it when I look back, you know, when I'm on my deathbed, if I have that chance to look back at my life and see what my life was. I don't want to look back and say, look at all the things I missed out on because I was so scared. I had so much anxiety in my life. I just didn't do anything because I was afraid of failing, or I was afraid of hurting someone's feelings or making someone uncomfortable because, I want to look back and say, I took a lot of chances, and sometimes I fell flat on my face, but sometimes I really had a great time, even if it didn't turn out exactly what I wanted. I'm afraid of taking chances, though. And that's why I'm putting my life on the internet, because I want my story to be told. I want people to know that they're not alone with this anxiety thing, that it is so real, and it controls a lot of people's lives. And this life, my life, Deborah Sue Alcorn, it's not going to control anymore. It isn't. I'm not going to let it. I'm putting my foot down for once in my life. I am putting my foot down and saying, this is it. I am done being the victim of anxiety. I guess it's not really telling you why I have anxiety. I'm just telling you I'm done with anxiety. There's no one instant in my life that's really annoying. Brigham, stop doing this. If you're watching this, you're being annoying. Just kidding, I love you. But there's not one part of my life that's just like, oh, that's exactly where the anxiety started. It's always been with me. As long as I can remember, it's always been this little companion, this little monkey on my back, and then it just grew until it encased me. And I let it. It's nobody else's fault but my own, because I could have controlled the situations that scared me. I could have controlled it and made it so it wasn't scary to me and just lived through it. But I just let the fear come in, and I became its victim. And I'm stopping. And it's a hard thing to do, because it's been 24 years of being the victim, being the one that's just all of a sudden, just a very submissive, passive person. Just, I'm like, oh, this is too hard. I'm not going to do it. I want to be that person that's like, this is hard, and it's going to be so much worth it. It's going to be so awesome when it's over and I've accomplished all this stuff. But I'm usually like, oh, it's too hard. I could do something else. It's not worth it. It's too complicated. Even when it's not complicated, I think, oh, it's too complicated. I'll do something else. I've missed out on so many things, but not anymore. I'm done. I'm missing out on life. I'm not going to let my son see his mom be afraid to live life, because that's going to rub off on him. I don't want him to do that. I don't want him to go 24 years of regret, of saying, I could have done this, I could have done that, and I didn't, because I was too scared. I want him to live life to the fullest, even if that means breaking bones and getting hurt and scaring the heck out of me. If that's what it means to live life to the fullest, go for it. I'm talking to my son right now, in my head. But I've always been play on the safe side. I've never done anything really risky or anything. And maybe I just need to get a couple risks out. and just do something. Do something stupid for once. I do a lot of things stupid, but not on purpose. Do something stupid on purpose. I've been just kind of rattling on. I hope I got my message through. Um, I hope I don't offend anybody's sensitive ears, but I've been anxiety's little bitch, you know? And I'm done. I'm done doing that. I'm taking control of my life now. And I hope this helps people. And if you have any questions, if you want any more details about anything, about my anxiety or what problems I've had with my anxiety or, you know, how I've been getting over certain things, I really don't like have any textbook answers. All I have is my life answers. And if you're really interested in that, I'm more than willing to answer anything. Seriously, because anything that can help you stop with your anxiety, I would do anything to help you guys, because I really wish there was someone that could have reached out to me and say, oh, you know, I've been through this and this is how I help, you know, this is what really helped me. And I've kind of had to do this with the loving support of my family and my friends. But, you know, besides that, figuring out how to fix things in my life, I kind of had to do it by myself. Because a lot of people around me, they're like, you know, I've never really experienced this kind of anxiety or whatever. So actually, that felt really good to get off my chest. I feel like I'm becoming slowly the person I've always wanted to be. The person I always wanted to be, but never really thought I could because it would be too hard or I just didn't know where to start. If you don't know where to start, just start doing something, anything. And then once you start doing something, like more inspiration, more stuff will start happening. And at least you're doing something, not just sitting around and saying, oh, well, I'm just going to wait till next Monday. Or, you know, I'm going to wait till the end of the month to start at the new month. You know, don't do that, because that's what I've done all my life. I'm like, I need to find the perfect time. And I feel like I keep on starting over and over and over again. And it's just like, this is ridiculous. I just want to start and just get better. I don't want to start and be like, oh, I screwed up that one little thing. I need to start over again. Don't. If you screw up, just keep on going. Because life doesn't stop when you screw up. Unless you screw up so much, kill yourself. I hope that's not the case. But just keep on, accept your mistakes, accept your flaws. You are only human. And, you know, humans make mistakes. That's what part of being human is. It's like making mistake after mistake after mistake, and then you get a success thrown in there. But it's only through 1,000 mistakes do you get one success. You know? At least that's how I see it. And I hope this video has helped shine some light on my anxiety. And the reason I have it because I've always been a pansy. So I hope you guys are having a great night. This video's helped me. I just feel like I needed a rant, and I'm glad I didn't just sit down and write down exactly what I wanted to say, because I would have never gotten it out. I just needed to go by the, you know, just hope and pray that I would get the words out I needed to get out. Because I have such a horrible memory since my seizures that I seriously can't remember what I've said during this video. And that's why sometimes I repeat myself during videos. It's because I don't remember. I don't really listen to myself when I talk. Oops, I probably should. So, and I don't think it's just because my seizures, the memory thing. I think it's also a lack of sleep and, you know, being a mom. My brain just doesn't remember things like it used to. Anyways, so I hope you are having a fantastic night. I really hope that you guys will hop on board and decide that you're done being anxiety's bitch too, and that you're ready to become a better person. Not just, I mean, you are a good person. Become a weller person, a more well mentally person.